Layer 5, session layer. So the session layer is the conversation that has to be kept separate from others to prevent the intermingling of data. So we set up these sessions so that when I'm talking to YouTube, for instance, it doesn't get mixed in with my talking to Facebook, right? And so I can keep those sessions separate even though they're all coming from the same computer or the same network. At the session layer, we're concerned with three major things. We are setting up our sessions, we are maintaining our sessions, and we're tearing down our sessions. So, setting up a session, at this point we're checking our users' credentials. We're assigning numbers to the session to identify them. So this is session 1 and that's session 2. We negotiate services between the sessions, and we negotiate who's going to be sending the data first. Am I going to send it, or is the server going to send it first? And it's going to decide that as we set up this session. Maintaining a session is fairly quick as well. What we're going to do here is we're going to transfer our data. So the session is up, we've made the connection with Facebook, and now Facebook's going to send me my news feed, right? If I get broken, we have a broken connection, they're going to reestablish a disconnected session, and we're going to have that acknowledgement of the data that's being sent and received. So that way we have another acknowledgement layer as well. And then we're going to tear down our session at the end. And this is going to be done due to either mutual agreement or if the other person disconnected. So due to a mutual agreement, it would be when the file is transferred. So I went to John's computer to download a picture from him. As soon as I got the picture, I could say, okay, I'm done with this session, and it'll terminate that session for us. The other way is, for instance, we were talking about before watching a video, and maybe the network got bogged down and I lost my connection. It tries to reestablish that for some period of time as part of that maintaining a session function. And if it can't do it after, say, 2 minutes, it just says, you know what, forget it. Michelle's connection is terminated. And that way she can just reestablish the session when she gets back online. Which makes sense, right? We don't want to sit there forever. And the examples of this are H323, which if you guys aren't familiar with that, that is what we use for voice and video streaming. Okay, H323. It's used very heavily in voice over IP, Skype conferencing, and video teleconferencing. The other thing we use this for is NetBIOS. NetBIOS is used by Windows computers to share their files and printers over a network. So NetBIOS. And we'll talk about the ports associated with NetBIOS later on as well. And that is the session layer, because like I said, it's very quick and to the point for that one.